All right, let's do it. It is time for Game 4 of the Boston Celtics Philadelphia 76ers series. The Philadelphia 76ers are fighting for their playoff lives. A lot of teams come into these Game 4s when they're down 3-0, especially when they're at home, and they just kind of pack it in. What's the point in fighting? Ended up playing a Game 5 in the other team's building, especially in this situation. Nice pass from McConnell, who got the start. Then the Philadelphia 76ers needed another ball handler in the backcourt. A lot of crucial turnovers in Game 3. But yeah, a lot of teams just kind of pack it in. What's the point in playing a Game 4? Winning a Game 4 when you got to go to a place like Boston. In this situation, that crowd is going to be crazy with a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. Could be very well easy for the Philadelphia 76ers young team just to pack it in, start their vacation plans for next year. Philadelphia did not do that, though. We got a good game here. Jaylen Brown out to Tatum, who drills the three. This two-headed machine. You're seeing Tatum with the three. Now it's Brown's turn. He's stopping. He's polyping. He's pulling for three. Philadelphia is still up a point now. 14-13. Get a look from Horford here in the post. Hey, finding Morris. And I like that two-pointer there from him. McConnell, a two of his own. Nice. And one here. Nice little game early. 1916 Boston. It's Redick off the screen. I thought Redick's been like one of their most consistent guys this series. Nice little shot that Larkin took right there. This series got physical, man. These teams, I think after Game 3, Philadelphia feel as if though they got hit in the mouth and losing that game. As Redick drills the three here after missing the first attempt. I feel as if though Philly got really personal because they got embarrassed losing that game in Game 3. You got Marcus Smart with the floater there. Boston takes a 1-point lead heading into the second. Now Marcus Smart is blocked. Other end, now let me get some Sardic. Posting up Smart after the big block. He'll get the two to go. Boston looking to maintain their lead. They're up 24-23. It's Marcus Smart. Trey Ball, he's been such a glue piece to this team ever since he's come back from injury. And look at Tatum. That was a beautiful miss. I'm not going to lie to you. Even his misses look good. He's so smooth. He gets to put back to go. Embiid to McConnell. McConnell's like, I'm going to just play this footwork game until I get me a look that I like. And he gets the two to go over Ajule, my favorite name to pronounce in the NBA. Smart's going to miss that floater there. And it looks like he might have got a little of Embiid in the mouth, in that mask area. Embiid visibly shooken up. We'll continue to play on. It's basketball. Let's rock and roll. 31-27 now. Rozier stopping, popping. He's good. He's going to make a lot of money this summer. A lot of money. Bellinelli, nice two of his own. 33-29 here. Boston's up. Can they put this team away in 4, get some rest? Ben Simmons, hook shot in the lane for 2 is good. 35-32. Rozier to Marcus Morris. That 3 rolls in. 38-32. Boston as we get close to the locker room for halftime. Sardic. Yes, that's and 1. 38-35 now. Redick trying to get a look off a 3. No. McConnell gets in the lane. Yes. With the putback. He was very impactful in this game, you know. With Ben Simmons struggling, he was very impactful. Offensive foul here. And we're going to see a little of these emotions get in the way here. So what it was Rozier and company turned the basketball over. He held onto the ball and Embiid took it out of his hand. Just mind games here. Trying to get into the other team's head. That's all this is. A bunch of nothing. After the game, Embiid said Rozier tried to take a swing at him, but luckily he was too short. Right after that, Embiid drills the 3. Pumping this crowd up. Will the Celtics have the answer? Brown looking around, finding his guy Rozier. Rozier's going to come back. He's like, all right, you got the 3. I'm right back at your neck. 45-41. Phillies on top now. Rozier going right at Embiid. Yeah, talk that talk now, big fella. 45-43. I love this right here. Embiid coming right back at Rozier in the Boston Celtics. He ends the half with a jam. It's 47-43. Can Philly hold on to this lead? They did a bad job about that in game 3. Can they do that here in game 4? Tatum is going to school Ben Simmons on a couple plays here. He puts Simmons in a spin cycle. I will say this about Ben Simmons. Noticed a couple bad signs in this game in this series. Again, I just think he might need to humble himself. Another great move from Tatum. I know Simmons has been, he's been in battles with Donovan Mitchell for Rookie of the Year all year. But we've seen a couple deficiencies in him and Embiid's game as he dunks that down for 2. If he's not around that rim, there's pretty much nothing he can do down the stretch in a 3-point shooting league. I get it. You're very Magic Johnson-like, but the league was not based on threes then. As McConnell gets to the cup, what an impact player he was starting in this game. Look, the league is a 3-point shooting league now. Ben's going to have to expand that range. This is beautiful. I love it. But when you're going against a coach like Brad Stevens, you're not going to beat him doing that 10, 12 times a night. That's why Simmons has struggled in this series. And you're watching a guy like Tatum, who's a rookie but has moves for days, impact this series in a lot of ways. Marcus Morris for 3. Dad in the house to watch son. Covington. Ilyasova. Nice cut by Ilyasova. 9-point game now. Now Tatum. Fine and Brown. These two work well together, don't they? Man, Boston's going to... Look, I'm going to tell you this. As Rozier goes down the lane and goes left hand, Boston might have recruited too darn good. Like, Danny Ainge might be too good at finding talent. They don't have anything to do with these players. Rozier's going to take a max somewhere this summer. You're going to lose Rozier, or he's going to get close to a max. As McConnell drills a 3. You're going to lose... In a year or two, you're going to have to play Brown as Tatum drills a beautiful fadeaway. That guy's going to get paid one day. I guess if I'm Boston, pretty much, you got to go championship next year. Maybe you can convince Rozier to sign on as Covington drills that 3. Phillies bust this thing open to 60 points. Maybe you can convince if Rozier to sign on for a 1-year deal and just go into luxury tax and keep this team together for the most part. But you're going to lose Marcus Smart this summer. You're going to lose a couple of these guys this summer. We'll see. Rozier to Morris for 3. It's a 15-point game now. Can this Boston team make one last run? They've been very resilient, not as much on the road at home, but still nevertheless a very resilient bunch. Morris, good pass in the Horford. It looks like Morris is going to lead this thing home. After a couple free throws, we got a 10-point game here. Simmons. Looking up top, I thought that was over the cylinder. I think Simmons would have made that without the help of Embiid. Nevertheless, it counts for Embiid. 2 points. Smart at the other end. It's a 10-point game, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 minutes to play. We know Boston can get those spurts going. It's not going to happen tonight. Philly had too much pride. And we're about to do a video next on the Toronto Raptors, who went down, a veteran team. They went down pretty bad in game 4. So I got to give this Philadelphia 76ers team a lot of credit for still staying in it and winning a game, in this series. You're probably going to get beat in game 5. But again, like I said earlier, a lot of guys pack it up and they stop competing when they know they're going to lose this series somewhere. They don't even want to make the trip on the road. But this team, they played hard and they fought and they got a game. This is going to go, to me, this is going to be a big jump for them. If I'm Paul George or LeBron looking for somewhere to go this summer, I'm looking at this game like, yo, they still got one. They showed Boston, we're here. We just need a couple tweaks. Again, Boston's going to be phenomenal next year if everybody's healthy. But I like what Philly did here. Give them a lot of credit for going out and winning this game when, they could have easily threw the towel in. They didn't do that. Game 5 Wednesday in Boston.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.